Welcome back to Movies Unseen. Today we're diving into Io, a slow-burn sci-fi drama that asks a terrifying question. What if Earth turned against us, and the last hope for humanity wasn't to escape, but to adapt? Stick around, because this story doesn't just deal with survival in a poisoned world. It asks what it really means to stay human. The film drops us straight into a bleak future. Earth's atmosphere has collapsed. It's not just polluted, it's deadly. Toxic gases sweep across the planet, forcing humanity into an exodus. Hundreds of rockets, called Exodus ships, have carried the survivors to a colony orbiting near Jupiter's moon, Io. But not everyone left. A scientist named Henry Walden and his daughter Sam stayed behind. While others fled, they believed Earth could still be saved. When the story begins, Henry is gone, leaving Sam alone. We watch her navigate the ghost of civilization, wearing her oxygen mask as she rides through abandoned cities on an ATV. She scavenges, collects water samples, and runs experiments in her isolated mountaintop lab, searching for a way to restore life. And she's not just doing it for science. Sam tends a greenhouse, raises bees, and even grows vegetables, testing if plants can adapt. Her hope? That life on Earth isn't finished yet. But Sam's quiet survival is about to be disrupted by a storm, a stranger, and a heartbreaking decision. At night, Sam sends emails to Elon, her boyfriend who left for the Io colony. Their exchanges are tender but bittersweet. Elon pleads with her to leave Earth before it's too late. He reminds her that the final Exodus shuttles will soon depart. But Sam isn't ready to abandon the planet her father dedicated his life to. Every day she listens to cassette tapes of her dad's voice, once recorded for a radio broadcast. It's her way of keeping him alive, even as she hides the truth. Henry has died, leaving her truly on her own. Fun fact here, Henry Walden, Sam's father, is played by Danny Huston, who you might recognize from X-Men Origins, Wolverine, and American Horror Story. His role in Io is brief but symbolic, representing the old generation of scientists who believed Earth could heal. Then everything collapses, literally. A violent storm tears through Sam's camp, ripping apart her solar panels and destroying her lab. The greenhouse survives, but much of her research is ruined. As she tries to pick up the pieces, something unusual happens. A hot air balloon descends near her station. From it steps a man named Micah, searching for Dr. Henry Walden. Sam, guarded at first, lies and claims to be her father's assistant. Micah insists on meeting him, but eventually she confesses the truth. Henry is dead. Micah reveals his plan. He intends to catch the last Exodus shuttle, and he wants Sam to come with him. Together, they prepare his balloon for the long journey. But there's a problem. The launch site has been relocated, and Micah doesn't have enough helium to make the trip. Sam suggests a dangerous detour into the toxic zone to retrieve more helium. Meanwhile, Sam receives devastating news from Elon. Not only has he been chosen for a mission to Alpha Centauri, a voyage that will take him 10 years, but he tells her he's leaving. Their love, he says, can endure across the stars. For Sam, it feels like abandonment, another tie to Earth being severed. So now she faces a choice: follow Micah to safety, or embrace her father's dream and fight for Earth itself. Before their escape, Sam insists on making one final stop, a museum in the zone. Inside, she wanders through abandoned exhibits, captivated by humanity's lost art. There she pauses at a painting, Leda and the Swan, a Greek myth where Zeus, disguised as a swan, changes the course of history. Sam asks Micah to explain it. He tells her it's about transformation, creation, and the birth of something new out of destruction. This moment hits Sam deeply. It parallels her dream of breathing Earth's new air. She starts to believe survival might not mean leaving, but evolving. Here's fun fact for you guys. Io is one of the rare sci-fi films that blends mythology into its themes. The Leda and the Swan reference ties human history and myth to the survival of the species, showing that stories of rebirth are as old as civilization itself. Sam confesses her recurring dream, standing on a beach, lighting a flame that burns an eerie purple, breathing without her mask. And then, in a shocking moment, she tries it in real life. Micah rushes to her side as she pulls off her mask and inhales the toxic air, but instead of suffocating, Sam breathes. Against all odds, her conditioning has worked. She can survive the new atmosphere. She makes her choice. She will not leave Earth. Instead, she will stay and rebuild, just as her father believed. Micah departs, heartbroken, but determined to return one day. The film closes on a haunting image. Sam standing on a foggy beach, holding the hand of her child, Micah's son. Humanity's rebirth has begun, not in the stars, but on the soil we once abandoned. Her voice narrates an email to Micah, urging him to come back. She quotes her father, invoking T.S. Eliot. Sometimes we end up where we started, and it feels new again. So was Earth really doomed? Or did humanity give up too soon? That's the question Io leaves with us. And that's the story of Io. A movie that quietly asks, is it braver to run from a dying world or to stay behind and fight for it?